That was a nice surprise. Thank you, Marisha. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Benita, and I represented Mandevka Consultants for this partnership, and my partner was Tshwane Reddy from Jacaranda Primary School. So Jacaranda Primary School, this was the first year they participated in Partners for Possibility. Mandevka has graciously extended this invitation, and it has been our 4th year, and we are also going to continue the partnership this year. In terms of Jacaranda, I'll give over to my partner.
This is our vision and mission, but I think the most important thing when it comes to a school and the running of the school, it's not mainly about the vision and the mission and fitting into the vision and mission. It's about a holistic approach in terms of educating our future leaders. And the reason for the partnership, I think I'm going to just come in there, was as a principal, you have a certain vision and a certain idea of the way of running things. But with the partnership and ideas that you get from the corporate world, it changes your perspective. And I think we are going to change the vision and mission a bit to suit the holistic development of the learners.
Okay, so our story started. Now, I just have to tell you, I hate photos. I do not take photos of myself. I don't like it. So this was officially my first selfie that I took with my partner. So there's definitely a first. And our journey, we had great hopes and dreams for our partnership, but life happens, and work commitments made that I was out of the country. I counted almost 6 months of the year. So every time we had to get together, it was like we talked for 2 minutes, and we had to make the most of whatever we had.
I think although she was out for 6 months, we had quite a bit accomplished. I think the ideas were there, they were in place, and the vision was there to create something, to develop something. And in the 6 months that we were together, as you'll see, there was quite a bit accomplished.
So there's some of the projects that we had. I'll talk you through each of those, and Tshwane will give more feedback.
Okay.
The first one, so this is most of the events that's already established at the school. And I was very surprised, and it was nice to see that the schools are very active in the community. They already have this set up, and we just supported them or helped them where we could. So the first one was a general knowledge quiz.
I think the idea Benita had was that, you know what, don't reinvent the wheel. Just improve on it. And that really helped us in the formation of our partnership, where we worked together, where she didn't come in and say, you know what, throw this out, bring this in. It was where we worked together to develop what was there. The first one that you have there is the general knowledge quiz. You know, I always believe that you cannot measure your school within your school. So what we normally do is we look at the outside schools, and we put our kids against their kids, and we look at where we can develop as a school. So the general knowledge quiz was basically bringing together about 5 or 6 schools, where we had a whole lot of kids, grade 4 to 7, and we tested them on general knowledge specifically, because our kids don't watch news, our kids don't read, and the thing is, we needed to now create an avenue that will develop them in that avenue. So what we did was we started looking at kids and telling them, you know what, if you do this, you're going to participate in the general knowledge quiz, and you're going to get prizes. And I can tell you, within that month, the kids' general knowledge really picked up. The quiz was very successfully held, and we had a lot of fun, and the kids had a lot of fun.
And our school won.
And we won, yeah. That's just to add.
Okay, then for the Mandela Day celebrations, we combined this with the Collector Can Drive. Tshwane will give more background on that.
The idea was that for the kids to actually go out there and donate something to less privileged learners. And at our school, we have a lot of kids that come from backgrounds with socioeconomic problems. So what we did is we did it in 3 phases. The first phase was within our school. We created packages for the kids there. And then we went out to an area, an informal settlement, and we had the kids deliver packages to underprivileged learners.
Jacaranda every year hosts Jacaranda's Got Talent competition within the school.
We look at holistic development, and the idea here was to look at the learners who are not academically inclined, but inclined in other ways and develop those talents. So it's basically like a talent contest where kids put up music, dance, drama, whatever, and then we have a competition where we choose winners and that type of thing. And we did it in a hall, and it was really exciting. The parents came, and it was fun for the learners. And that was also very successful. The prize was a meal for the winning kids, and it went off very, very well.
We also asked some of our volunteers, and my boss said, yes, we can use any of the resources within the company. So when I wasn't available, we asked some of our company's volunteers to help us, and they created a legacy corner where Tshwane wanted just to honor some of our previous leaders.
It's still a work in progress. We're looking at putting a waterfall around there, just a serene area where kids can go and reflect. I don't think they reflect, but if they do, it'll be it'll be an area where they can reflect. And we're still busy with that project.
Yeah. So for the year that's coming, we decided to continue with the partnership. And some of the events that we want to do is a team building event. Like Chris said, your view when you go and start the partnership, you have a certain view. But when you are actually in it, you see how much effort the teachers put in it, the heart and soul that goes into teaching other people's children. And we want to honor those teachers as heroes in the community.
I can just say for 6 months, it's quite a bit, you can see, right? We are going to continue with this partnership, and it's been a pleasure working with Benita and the PFP for affording us the opportunity. The thing that I take away from here is that I have experience in the corporate world now, and also sharing with the other principals. Because sometimes as principals, we think we are an island, and we run our schools in a particular fashion. And we need to actually look at other schools and see that we share common problems. It doesn't matter what type of school it is at the end of the day. Our goals are the same, and that's creating our future leaders. And what I take away from here is the feeling that I'm not alone, and the feeling that, you know what, I'm in the right profession. I'm developing our future. Thank you.
Thank you, PFP.